Here for the Zigster Boxing here at the Eubank Benn press run. I'm delighted to be joined by a fellow Eubank. This time it's Harlem. Harlem, how are we, mate?
Good, man. We're good.
Nice to speak to you again. Obviously the rematch coming up. We know how big it is. I spoke to you before the first fight. Coming into the second one, how are we feeling?
Feel even more confident this time. I can see Chris is razor focused. The best version I've seen of him in recent times was the Liam Smith rematch. I saw him training that time. I see the team that he had around him with Bomac training out in Vegas, and I knew that he was coming correct. And we have the same situation again. He's focused, got the right people around him, and he's going to prepare to be and execute the best version, the best performance.
As someone who's obviously cut weight yourself, I mean, you've had some tough cuts in your time. For seeing Chris go to 160, the rehydrations, can you just talk to me about, first off, the effects that has, but also what that does to him in the fight as well?
It makes him not be able to be the full version of himself. Unfortunately, that is what the other side want. You know, they want a weaker, frail version of Chris Eubank Jr. They don't want the fully fledged man in the ring, which is a sign of weakness. From them. Yeah, you can't be the best version of yourself when you're at a weight which you've outgrown as a fighter, and then there's rehydration clauses to make sure that you can't rehydrate to a healthy weight. Last time I think it played out in the ring, and obviously after being in hospital for 3 days with severe dehydration.
Um, Obviously for Chris as well, coming up against Conor a second time, the first time he's tasted defeat, do you think he'll change at all coming into the rematch?
Conor,
Yeah.
I mean, he says he's gonna not fight with emotion. We've never seen him not fight with emotion. That's the only thing that he knows how to do. I don't think he can do anything different.
For yourself as well, we saw your fight with Jack Catchell. Didn't go the way we wanted, obviously for yourself. Can you just talk to me about the aftermath of that, your feelings looking back at how that all played out now?
Yeah, it was inconclusive for both of us. And looking back at the fight, I wish I'd have known it was a 6 round fight, because I would have definitely changed how the fight was playing out. I thought we had more time. Jack always runs out of steam late on in fights, and I felt like I was pushing on towards the latter half, but we didn't get to show any of that, and nothing really happened in the fight. It's a shame. Being in his backyard, we thought that he would do something different and come to fight, but that's not how it went.
Knowing what you know now, does that change your approach in fights? I mean, even against Tyrone McKenna, which was your career best performance, you still took your time in the early rounds. Does that change maybe how you fight going forward?
I mean, that's the the fights. The fight against two-time European champion Timo Schwarzkopf, I was taking my time and finished him late, and was the first man to stop him inside the distance. So that is the approach that I've become known for taking. As we step up the levels, but learning from that fight, I'm gonna set my intention from the first bell. Because I know that something like that can happen, and a clash of heads can change the direction of a fight, and it can finish inconclusively. And I'm gonna make sure that I finish every fight very conclusively.
What is next for you? Because I've seen rumblings, and I really hope this happens, of Regis Prograis in Brighton. I mean, as a Brightoner, that would be absolutely unbelievable. But is that a real possibility? And if not him, maybe what sort of other names you sort of targeting?
Yeah, there's been very positive talk, both sides, to make this fight happen. So it's an exciting one. It's a former world champion. He's been in there against some of the best guys in the US, especially. So hopefully we can make it happen. And if not, I'm looking to be in fights with former world champions or challenge for a world championship in the near future. So that's the route we're going.
I mean, you're coming into the best part of your career. You're looking back as good as I've ever seen you. Is it important that you make those big fights for the world titles, for example, as quick as possible while strike while the iron's hot.
100%. I'm not here to wait around. I'm here to fight the best guys now. So I'm doing my best to make these fights happen.
And obviously, Conor Benn, should Chris deal with him a second time or whatever happens with that, if he goes back down to welterweight, would you welcome him to the division? Is that actually a possibility? Do you think Eddie would even make that fight? And if so, how would you see it going down?
I don't think they would ever look to make that fight. Conor's been you know been avoiding the fight for many years, and I don't even know if he will get back down to welterweight. He's been fighting at 154 pounds for the last 4 years, pretending to be a welterweight. So I don't even I don't think he'll get back down to welterweight. If he does, I definitely know that I'm not someone that he will be looking to fight.
Obviously, your people turn out Brighton Centre. It's always incredible when you fight. Is it important at this stage that you keep bringing fights there, and you're in your backyard, you got your people behind you instead of maybe going on the road?
Definitely, I love fighting in Brighton. It's always a great event down there. People come out, and everyone in Brighton's excited by a big fight night. And we brought a few back. We'd love to bring some even bigger nights back to Brighton, but I'm happy to go on the road as well. Happy to go into someone's backyard and compete at world level and come out victorious. That's what I'm also very excited by, especially to fight guys from over in the US, go over there and introduce myself to a different market. Um, I love fighting in Brighton, and I always go out there and win in spectacular fashion for the fans, and that's important when you fight at home. You go out there to win in spectacular fashion, and grateful I've had the opportunity to do that every time I fight at home.
We've seen the influx of stadium shows become a possibility. Could we see, if you get that world title shot, Harlem Eubank at the Amex?
100%. We've planted the seed. We've planted the seed many years ago, and we're getting closer and closer. So that's a big dream of mine, playing for the club as a kid, and a full circle moment when I can take a big fight back to the Amex and deliver a beautiful night for the people of Brighton.
Harlem, top man. Thank you very much.